So I sent a message to the group because I was like, I didn't know that y'all felt this way about me. Andrew, last night you told me you love me. Natasha, you're my best friend. You're my best friend. And you wouldn't have been a part of the winning team realty if it wasn't for me, because you turned Andrew down. You ghosted him. You was too scared to be a boss. You said you were going to do it if I did it. And you said you didn't believe in Andrew, but you believed in me. You knew that I was headed for success. You've been under me to see what I'm capable of in business and my spiritual practices. That's why Natasha did it, because she knew I was going to be successful. And she knew that if she was attached to me, that she would too. Because any juju I did for me to be successful, I would do it for her. And I was doing that for her. The betrayal. I text the group humbling myself because I didn't know that both of them felt strong enough to kick me out of a business that wouldn't have existed without me. Not for either of them. Natasha never, ever, 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 not one time in our entire friendship ever said that I was negative, that I was tripping about my concerns. Natasha agreed, because Natasha knows that I'm a business person first. Natasha knows that it takes a long time for me to get in my feelings about anything. So she knew that I wasn't being emotional. She knew that my concerns were valid because she had the same concerns. The problem is that Natasha liked Andrew. And she wanted what I was getting. And I gave it up, girl, because I'm always the prize. My self-esteem is intact. And Andrew might be attractive and he might be, the most high value man that you ever had around you, but he's not the most high value man I've ever dealt with. I'm the trophy. And she even said to him, he's a good catch. When she said that to me, I knew what the lick read. I used to tell Andrew, please give Natasha some dick. Natasha, if you watching this, because I know you probably are. I used to beg Andrew to give you some dick because you were so fucking thirsty. When I told you, Natasha, that Andrew told me he loved me that first time, you were so bothered that you wanted to call him and confront him about how he treated me that weekend before when you found out that he told me he loved you. Natasha called me and asked me for permission to call Andrew to confront him about how he treated me and how much pain he caused me on the weekend that he hurt me, and I made the decision that he would never have access to my goodies ever again. I didn't know that he told you he loved you. That's not right. She was hurt when I told her that he had been telling me he loved me. And she was trying to make it seem like she was hurt because he told me he loved me and he treated me bad, and I was hurt. I don't like how he hurted you. No, Natasha was hurt because the nigga told me he loved me. It hurt her because she liked him. Natasha, I used to beg Andrew to fuck you so that you wouldn't be so thirsty. He said you weren't his type romantically. That could have been a lie, but that's what he said. I believed him, though, because of some other things he said about your real estate Wednesdays. When you used to record your videos and you had the camera all up in your face like this, like most old people do. And he used to talk about how your face was too close to the camera. So you was doing all of that for him to like you? And he wasn't the prize, Natasha. You heard how he would talk to me and cuss me out and dog me out and say that I'm negative anytime I told him that the way he was not prioritizing our business, the way he was doing business wasn't going to be conducive in the long run. You agreed wholehearted because you know I'm a businesswoman first, but the moment that you got in front of him, you wanted him to like you, so you stroked his ego. You was trying to stroke his ego. And as long as he thought I was the bad guy, he would come to you to coddle him. And you allowed this man to cause you to turn on your friend who you credited everything you are to. Your words, not mine. I humbled myself once I got home and almost begged because this is my business. I created the name, the vision for it, everything. Andrew, all you did was pay for it. Natasha, all you did was benefit from it. And I was like, I didn't know. Because I'm not a prideful woman. If you tell me that I'm hurting you or I'm doing something wrong and you communicate that to me, the first thing out of my mouth is, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. And I'll change. Same thing I did with Andrew. He said he didn't like the fact that I overtalk him. So I start shutting the fuck up and letting him speak. Because I valued him. I valued our partnership. I had no idea that I couldn't trust my best friend. I said I had no idea that y'all felt this way about me. Natasha, why didn't you say something? All the times that we talked about this very same thing, you always said it was Andrew. Natasha had a bet. Natasha and I had a bet. Once Andrew and I start seeing each other, she bet that he was going to try to marry me. $5,000. She said that he was going to try to change my last name. I said $5,000. It ain't going to happen. She was always more up in the clouds than I was. I'm not a fairy tale ass bitch. And I've been expecting my $5,000 and I still want it because a bet is a bet, bitch. Anyways, I was like, I had no idea, Natasha, that you felt that way. Why didn't you tell me? Because you always said X, Y, and Z. And I laid out everything she said. I was blowing Natasha's phone up when I got home because you're my friend. Fuck Andrew. Fuck him. He's a man. He don't know no better. You my friend, Natasha. You know me. And you went behind my back and threw me under the bus. She wouldn't answer me. So I went in a group chat, Natasha, I'm trying to call you. I'm still in a meeting and I can't talk. I'm overwhelmed. It's too much negativity. Business shouldn't be this hard. I was like, bitch, do you know how hard it's been for me to carry your pitiful ass on my back for the past 2 years? You clung to me. I was always solo dolo. When I started this channel, did y'all ever see me on the farm? Go back to my earliest videos. You'll see the difference. Y'all will notice when y'all start seeing me doing videos on the farm. And I even said it was Natasha who told me to come back and start doing videos more consistently. But I was doing this shit before I met her. Solo dolo. I ain't never had a whole clique of people around me because I got a family full of cousins. And I got sisters. I don't need friends. I didn't need you, Natasha. You needed me. Remember that. You've been sucking my clit for 2 years. Finishing my sentences. Trying to speak for me. Every other word has been we, like we go together. And this ain't how I just start feeling. I was just overlooking this stuff. It hurts me to say this, but Natasha, you know how pitiful you were when I spoke life into you that day at Next Home, and you said I changed your life. And I asked you, all I said was, I wish you saw yourself the way everybody else do. I didn't know that was going to be so profound, because I had heard so many good things about you as an agent. And then I met you and you was all downtrodden. I was like, girl, I wish you see yourself the way other people see you. That's all I said. And Natasha was on my clit from then on. But you know what? I'm a healer. And I love nothing more than to watch Natasha grow and turn into the boss that I always believed she was. She didn't believe in herself because of her family. Y'all talking about hurt?